Whoa!
Okay, so listen, I want to start with this. Breaking news: Shakira's getting all her money back. Did you hear this?
Shakira, listen, what comes and goes. What Shakira comes and Shakira goes.
Shakira.
I want the best for her.
Well, she got it.
Yeah,
she got it
no.
today. Okay, so here's what happened. The Spanish government is going to have to refund Shakira $68 million US.
You didn't even say hello to me. You just
no. Let's talk about your Shakira and this money.
No,
this money's
I like
crazy.
this. I like this. Tell me. Okay,
So,
58.
So this is an insane case. This is insane. So Shakira has been fighting the Spanish government on this for like half a decade.
Yeah, when we started doing the morning show, I think she was.
Yeah, and everybody was like, "Oh, she didn't pay her taxes." She did. She just didn't pay them in Spain. So the rule is that you have to be, if you live in Spain, and at the time, her husband, who she made all those crazy diss tracks about, was a Spanish player for FC Barcelona, right? The second biggest club in Spain, because we all know Real Madrid's the biggest. Sorry to everybody who might be upset by that, but we all know it's Real. And anyway, Steph knows. So what happened was they were like, you were here in 2011 and you were here in 2012 and they were like, let's go after Shakira because she now lives here full time with her husband who plays for the team.
Yeah.
And the way Spanish law is set up that, so if you are, if you're in the country for 183 days, which is 1 day over 6 months, you have to pay taxes in Spain, which are significantly higher than some other places. And Shakira, the issue with their case, and this is why Shakira fought it, was that she was on tour most of 2011. And they could never prove that she was in the country more than 163 days. Her records show she was there 143 days. And so to get to that 183 minimum, so they were charging her, like, can you imagine getting a tax bill for 55 million euros or 68 million American dollars?
Okay, can I give you the tax brackets for Spain real quick?
Oh, they're crazy. They're crazy. Yeah, give it to us.
So it's somewhat similar to Canada until you get like higher. So where Shakira would be, which we don't usually feel bad for the rich, but like listen to these windows. So between 35,000 euros and 60,000 euros, you're already getting taxed 37%.
Mm-hmm.
From 60 to 300. So like that is a humongous
60
window.
to 300,000 euros.
To 300,000, you're at 37. Over 300,000 is 47. So if you're making $60,000, 60,000 euros, you're pretty much taxed the same as anybody who's making 7 million euros.
Yeah.
But that's like...
Yeah.
That's wild.
That higher rate is actually lower than what we have here in Canada.
It is lower, but like the window is lower. Like the window starts at what? 1 or 220 here.
Yeah. 220, I think, and that's 52%.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, Shakira is on the road. I feel bad for Shakira. Is that okay?
Well, you don't need to feel bad for her anymore.
Well, I don't, but...
Because not only does the government have to pay her back,
they
have to pay her back with interest.
Good.
Which is crazy. Good. Can you imagine what the interest is on that?
Can you imagine the government paying you interest?
And then they got to pay her legal bills.
Good.
Every dollar. She's getting it all back.
Shakira has given us nothing but hits.
Yeah.
And we are over here giving her trouble.
And a little bit of attitude too.
And a little bit, yeah.
You guys, I respect the hell out of this.
And Shakira's never done anything problematic, has she?
I don't think so.
I think she's just been a strong woman whose breasts are small and humble.
Yeah.
And like, and do not confuse them with mountains.
Do not. Okay? That's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I don't know. I like her.
I do too.
Good. Give her money back. Get your money. Get your government bag.
Which is amazing.
Shakira.
By the way, did you know that in certain places in Europe, if you get a speeding ticket, the amount is based on how much you make?
What? I love that.
Yeah. So like if you make, like in Canada, United States, whatever, most people be listening in North America here. You could be making $300 or 300 grand or 300 million.
Yeah.
And $50 fine is a $50 fine is a $50 fine.
Yeah.
I remember there was a Finnish Leaf player. His name was Leo Komarov. And there was a huge story because back then Google Translate had just started.
Yeah.
So you're finally able to translate articles from like Finnish, which is very different from English. And it said Leo Komarov, $70,000 fine for driving. And we're like, what did he do to get us? It turns out the $70,000 is really just proportional to what he makes. And so in those, I believe in some of those Northern European countries, Norway, Denmark, Sweden, Finland, they charge you just based on your income, your ability to pay.
I kind of don't hate it. Here's the thing is like nobody should be speeding. Nobody should be stunt driving. Like when
No.
you're getting up to those speeds. But I don't mind that because when I see somebody going like 190 in a Benz, I'm like,
Yeah.
like, what are you, what are you, A, what are you running from? And B, slow down. I think it should be also, it should also be based on how much your parents make. Because usually people who are going that fast are driving their parents' cars. No, let's be honest. Yes.
If you're over 18, it should not
I
be
don't
based
care.
on what your
If you're,
parents make.
if you're driving your mummy's car and you're going 210.
So you say the owner of the car should bear some responsibility despite the fact they're not in the car. No one would ever lend a car. Ever.
Good.
No, not good.
Why?
Well, because listen, as a person who's a parent, I eventually want my daughter to go and run errands in my car. Right? Like you got what happened to the good old days where we could use our children for chores that we don't want to do?
As a child who stole her parents' car and crashed it into 2 cars and a motorcycle, I think parents,
Which you did do.
I did do. Maybe parents shouldn't have anything to do with it.
No,
because,
they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah. What did your parents have to do with you crashing their car?
They had to charge me.
They had to charge you.
Yeah.
Do you not think that's hard enough?
So you know what? You heard it here first. Everybody slow down and everybody take responsibility for yourselves. Yeah, true. You know what? Thanks for letting me live process that idea.
You need to kind of think through it a little bit. Yeah.
No, I need to say it before.
You know
I
what's
think
interesting?
through.
I'm glad we were here to talk you through that because
Yeah.
some people just go and tweet that.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, that's my opinion now. And it's my personality forever. Like you have to think things through.
Yeah, I don't really talk about my my criminal past.
No, you don't. Not anymore.
Yeah,
but it
not
is one
anymore.
of the funnier parts about you
Yeah.
is how dangerous you were as a teenager.
Yeah, she's different. She's built different, they say. She's edgy.
Did you get grounded for that or anything?
Oh, like, yeah. I had to also do community service. Like my parents had to charge me because
they had to press charges.
obviously, like it would
Because the insurance, right?
obviously they would have had to take care of all the cars because we crashed my parents'
Because insurance would not have
gold
covered it.
Saturn. Should we cut this?
No, this is great.
And they had to charge me as a thief.
Oh, no.
As that their car was stolen, but because of the Canadian Youth Criminal Justice Act, I was okay. But I had to do a lot of community service and it caused major ruptures in my family. We had to go to counseling.
Oh, yeah.
And
of course.
my mother had a hard time forgiving me and I had to pay her money.
Yeah. Oh, my parents would have been overjoyed to charge me over
No,
something like
legally.
that. And then pay. Oh, you had to pay her legally.
Yeah, for restorative justice.
You had to pay her restitution?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Can I
Yeah.
ask how much?
I think it was like $2,700.
Holy smokes for a teenager.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you have a time limit? Like when you have to pay this?
It was like by the time I hit 18, yeah. So like I started working at Sobeys. I think I paid her back all of it, but like the emotional costs.
Oh my God, man. Like $5,000, $6,000 is what I would have made in a year
Stephanie's
of
mouth
Shoppers.
has been like this
Stephanie's
for 5 minutes
shocked.
like this.
I wouldn't be here if I did that.
Oh man.
I would
yeah.
be murdered.
Yeah. Oh, you're not the only person I know that's done that. And I had a friend in high school who did that. And you know what was crazy is that his friends were involved and their parents backed out of helping because the cars were crashed.
Yeah.
And their parents backed out of helping. And I always thought that was really crappy that they did that. And like friendships never the same, stuff like that. That happens. And you know, this is why, look at you now. This is why we have the Youth Criminal Justice Act. You're a perfect example of it. You got in, you learned, and you got out of there. You know what I mean? No?
I mean,
What? You think that you're the only person who's stolen and crashed a car in high
no,
school?
I'm.
That happens all the time.
No, listen. Carjacking was very big in the early 2000s. No, it was. People
Mostly it's,
Yeah.
you have access to the keys.
Yeah, like my parents were having a party and they were drinking, and I was like, I want to take their gold Saturn out and I want to go drop some friends off.
Sure.
And then I couldn't get it started.
Mhm.
So then a guy anyways, I got a guy to drive it. And then my neighbors, rightfully so, were like, Jacqueline just stole her parents' car
Mhm.
and then called the police.
My wife had a couple of accidents, I think, before she even turned 18. But
Mhm.
now they were legally sanctioned by her parents.
Yeah.
But one of them was, I think she just was at a stoplight and then accidentally let the car roll forward and hit the car in front of her.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think the other one was, I think she rolled into their driveway and then didn't stop fast enough and hit the garage door.
Like there are some.
I did that too, actually.
Have you done that?
When I was learning how to drive, the first time ever, my mom took me
Okay.
and we went around the block. Perfect. Steph did a great job. going into the driveway, going great. My mom's a little bit of an anxious person.
Okay.
So as we're getting closer to the garage, I'm going to stop. She goes, watch out, watch out, watch out. Because she thinks I'm not
that's the
stopping. And I think she's
worst.
talking about something else.
Like an animal or a kid
I
or
don't
something?
know, yeah.
you
There's
know.
somebody under the car.
I hate
And
when
so
people do that when I'm driving.
I didn't press the brake in time and I hit the garage. And it was like a tap, but still.
Yeah, but the
But I
worst
was
part
like,
about
it
that is
was
it
all your
reinforces her
fault.
point.
Yeah.
And she was the one that caused it in your mind, right?
Yeah. I was like, that was your fault.
And now Stephanie has always been a terrible driver since. Yeah.
No, actually, then I went driving with my father
Yeah.
instead. After that, my mom was not allowed to teach me how to drive. And I've been great.
Yeah.
And is
Clean
your dad
record.
very chill?
My dad's pretty chill.
Because
Yeah.
you're extremely chill.
Yeah, he's pretty chill.
Okay. So you're just more on
My
your
mom's
dad's
pretty chill too.
But the driving
Just not
thing's
in
a little
that
anxious?
situation. Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to drive my mom's car. And then I wasn't responsible enough to get my G2, which is something in Ontario. So we have a graduated licensing system. So I never got it. Or so I got it eventually, but I got it when I started working in radio because I had to take a Greyhound bus. There was no GO train, an hour north every
No.
weekend to work in Barrie. And I remember there was one time, I don't know if you guys ever remember or ever took a Greyhound bus. We don't have them here anymore. There's other buses, but not a Greyhound. And it was, this guy sat beside me and the smell and his nose was running the whole time. So he's like the entire time. And I remember I got home on the Sunday night and I dropped my stuff in my mom's condo. And I said, that's it. I'm going back to Young Drivers and I'm getting my damn license and I'm buying a car because I couldn't handle it anymore. So I did Young Drivers. I got my G2 and then I moved to Nova Scotia where they didn't have a full G license. So I never actually had to get the last test done. They just upgraded me and I was done.
So I had the opposite. I've never done Young Drivers, but when I moved, because they do have an upgraded thing in Nova Scotia. You won't get your.
It's only 2 though. It's not one. There's not 3. Like
there's
it
not
is
3.
here.
You won't get your full license unless you've taken Young Drivers. You don't get your full, right? Like you have to have an instructor. You can be 95 and you can't drive after midnight, and you can't have more than 2 people. Yeah, Same here,
thing.
right?
Same thing.
So, but when I moved here, so I've never had Young Drivers, and it shows. And but when I moved here, they just gave me my full.
Oh, that's crazy.
So So
you never did it either, but you did it in the reverse.
I've never done like a driving test, and sometimes, like I won't even say the things that I learned.
Well, you know what's funny is the like it's like, well, you can't drive after midnight. It's like, yeah, but I was coming back from work and like you had your choice.
And we
You
work
just
in
had to do
radio.
it.
There you go.
Like you're working late night shifts, you have to.
Yeah.
And so and it was interesting because when I got my G2, I was like 18. I'd failed it a couple times in my teens early on, and like I love driving, love it.
Yeah.
And so I remember being very upset, and I was so upset about failing it that I just never went back to it until I absolutely needed to. But when I finally got it, and I would roll home and that sort of thing, I had this that immense feeling of freedom.
Yeah.
But then you're like, well, what if it's 2 a.m. and I'm driving home? What if a cop sees me, pulls me over?
Yeah.
Like going the speed limit in my little Subaru. Yeah, there's that little bit of fear, like, uh-oh.
You know what? I hope the cops pulled you over having an ugly ass car.
Sorry. What is wrong with a yellow Subaru Baja?
Like, I love you. And you know that I don't really give you hell for a lot of stuff. But that banana mobile, I hated it.
Everybody made fun of my car stuff. It was a bright yellow, beachy, super
like
super
what
dude cool
beach? You're from
Subaru.
Scarborough? Like what, the Bluffs?
There's a beach in Scarborough.
Yeah, gotta
The
get my
Bluffs.
banana mobile. Yeah. Heading to the cliff. Yeah. Gonna drive it off. Yeah. Like what? Yuck.
I didn't live there anymore. I didn't live there anymore.
That
I
car
loved
makes
that
me
car.
gay. Like that.
Well,
Your
it is a
yellow Subaru. Yeah.
You see?
It comes around.
Yeah. Anyway, good times.